Good morning.
Good morning.
We are going to meet the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
We have decided that we're going to go and meet the mayor, talk about what we do and see whether they're interested in us filming and maybe promoting this town a bit. We haven't really mentioned where we are in Tuscany, and I know a lot of people have figured it out, but we didn't really want to mention it until we actually had permission, because back in Positano, when we started doing videos and they started being watched by more people, we were summoned to meet the mayor and talk about it. So we wanted to do things right while we're here. So we're just about to go and meet the mayor now.
Sì, siamo curiosi di conoscerla. Sì, perché è una donna.
See, and also the town hall is absolutely stunning. It is covered in original medieval frescoes. So I'm hoping that I can show you some of that. Okay, so we've just had our meeting with the mayor. It went really, really well, yeah?
Sì, la sindaca è una persona adorabile, davvero.
Really, really good. She's given us complete permission to do whatever we want and to look at all the town events and join them and show everybody, so we can start doing that, which is really good. This place is incredible. There's so many frescoes in here. Some of the rooms are completely covered like this one, and some of them have got the frescoes painted over, and there's just little bits showing. I'll show you because it's really interesting.
Sì, sta accendendo la fotocopiatrice.
So can you see in front of me there, there's one of the old mosaics, and it's is it David? It's somebody standing, it's like a statue, and it's partially covered, but the paint that's over it is actually protecting it, because these frescoes are very, very expensive to restore, and rather than just let them crumble and fall to pieces, they cover them. So these have all been covered and they're waiting restoration. It's really interesting, they're all over the building. So without further ado, welcome to our town in Tuscany. We actually filmed this little tour back in May, but we weren't quite ready to share. Now that we've been given the go-ahead from the mayor, we look forward to sharing much more with you about life in Palaia and the surrounding areas.
Questa sera siamo venuti nel paese di Palaia, in questo posto esattamente, siamo a 260 metri sul livello del mare. Questa è la Rocca di Palaia, un bellissimo posto con una bellissima veduta tutto intorno, a 360 gradi. E stasera c'è la festa della birra.
So we're currently at the very, very top of the town at La Rocca di Palaia. This is, or was, an old medieval fortress. It dates back to, well, they've dated it back to 900 and something BC, and there's nothing left here at all of the old fortress. It's just the viewpoint, but it's a 360-degree view above the town. In fact, what are you doing up there?
Sto facendo i 360 gradi, quello che stavi appena dicendo.
Haven't you got a drone for that?
No, l'ho dimenticato a casa, purtroppo. 360 gradi, eccolo qua.
If Carla can get down from there, we're now going to work our way down into the town.
Vuoi registrare che cado da qua su?
Just be careful.
Eccomi qua.
There we go. And we'll have a wander through the town and then go and see this beer festival.
Sì, a tornare guiderà lei, quindi io posso bere. È impressionante pensare che qui siamo, come detto prima, a 260 metri sul livello del mare, e però siamo a distanti almeno 50 km dal mare. Invece a Positano, a casa nostra, siamo forse anche più alti di 260 metri dal mare e siamo a meno di 200 metri dal mare in linea d'aria.
I feel like I've gone back in time. There's lots of little narrow alleyways to explore. Some of them are quite steep, like this one here. It's much steeper than it looks here. It's really hard to walk and film at the same time. One thing I find funny about Palaia is that it has its very own pub, something that you don't see very often in Italy. Unfortunately, it doesn't serve English pub food, but it's a pub. It's called the Peggio Palaia, and that comes from an old legend from the 1400s when Palaia was invaded by an army from somewhere up north, and they were trying to take over the town, and the people of the town tried to save their town, but they eventually started running out of food, and the head of the army that eventually conquered the town said Peggio Palaia, which means it's the worst thing happened to them, and it became a local saying, and that's the name of the pub.
Questa sembra la strada principale del paese. Andiamo a vedere dove è la festa e dove sono le birre.
So this street here takes us down to what was the old washing station before people had washing machines. I think it's quite a way down. Let's see if we can find it. This is much further than I thought, and it's much steeper than I thought. I'm now regretting walking down here because I'm going to have to walk all the way back up again. It's a very, very deep valley next to me though. Well, here we are. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. There's a big vasca, big tank full of water. Not clean enough to wash clothes in these days. And this is where the women would have come to wash their clothes. Well, all I can say is it's a long walk down, but at least they had a decent view while they were washing their clothes. And now I'm going to walk back up again and find Carlo. A lot of old medieval towns have these on the walls, but I always think they're really interesting. It's a list of all the different weights and measures. Palaia is a very small hilltop town, but other than the pub, it has a local bar, a beauty parlour, a few restaurants, 2 or 3 grocery shops, and a small selection of other shops, which pretty much cover everything you could possibly need. Palaia is built on the ridge of a hill, so it's got deep valleys both sides of it. So everywhere you look, there are views.
Siamo in questo piccolo parco e sappiamo che qua vicino c'è un ristorante molto molto bello e anche molto buono, dove ci sono degli affreschi sui muri, qualcosa di spettacolare. Andiamo a vedere com'è.
There's also a little kids park here, tucked away in the shade of the trees.
Vado a chiedere se è possibile fare un filmato.
I'm just going to follow him anyway.
Bellissimo.
Now, the amazing thing about this, it is all painted on. It's all trompe-l'oeil. Look, this is all completely flat. There's no panels. It's all paint. Doesn't that look amazing?
Come tutte le feste si canta, si beve e si mangia. Andiamo a vedere che cibo c'è.
We might not be able to talk too much because there's lots of music playing here. It's very, very loud, and we'll get copyrighted if we talk with the music behind us, thanks to YouTube's policies. So we might just have to walk around and show you and stick a voiceover on the top. There are lots of events held in Palaia throughout the year. Apart from the beer festival, there's the scary Halloween festival and the Christmas Wonderland, a very noisy bikers festival, open air music concerts, a crostini festival, and various cultural events.
Preso la salsiccia e fagioli.
For us, Palaia is in the perfect location. Half an hour from the airport, 40 minutes from the beach. We've got Pisa, Lucca, Livorno, San Gimignano, Volterra and more, all less than an hour away. And it's just really easy for us to get around. And we appreciate that so much. It's the perfect quiet balance to life in busy Positano, and we're very grateful that we get to live in both of these beautiful towns.